President Fenves, I have the honor to place the name of Usher Raymond IV in candidacy to receive the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
Now, when you are watching Usher perform, or simply listening to his music, a question comes to your mind. How did he do that? Usher will deliver a lyric so instantly resonant, a step so transcendent, a melody so memorable that it seems almost impossible. But instead of wondering where this otherworldly talent comes from, we simply sit back with gratitude, appreciating that we get to experience it in our lifetimes. Usher's career in entertainment has been a gift to the entire planet. But more than any other piece, he has been a blessing for the great city of Atlanta, which Usher has represented proudly on the world stage. His achievements in music, film, TV, business, and entrepreneurship are numerous. But the reason we are celebrating him this morning at Emory is that for all of his success, he has always made a point of giving back and lifting others every step of the way. In his early 20s, he founded Usher's New Look, a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping teens find their spark to successful careers. Usher started New Look in partnership with his mother, Ms. Patton. And since she is here today, and because yesterday was Mother's Day, can we give a big round of applause for Ms. Patton and all the amazing moms here with us this morning. In its 25 years, Usher's New Look has supported over 55,000 teens from under-resourced backgrounds in their journeys from middle school through college and beyond. And Emory has been proud to partner with them on a range of efforts. New Look's Leadership Academy is a 4-year, 400-hour training program for high school students. And get this, 100% of the students who have gone through this program have graduated high school, and 98% of them have gone on to college. For your unparalleled achievements as a musician, an entertainer, and an entrepreneur, as well as your life-changing work as a philanthropist, it is my honor to confer on you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Usher Raymond IV to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you, President Fenves. I put on for my city. Literally put on for my city. I have to tell you, it really felt great to come out here. I thought maybe they needed an extra entertainer, so it was very, very shocking to be in the other room and just do a little quick heat check, you know, I want to make certain everybody's comfortable. I happened to be on the other side of the bleachers, and heard the windpipes. Anybody see Sinners? Yeah. So on the other side of the bleachers, hearing the windpipes, I thought there was some vampires or something in here. But no, very happy to be a part of the tradition. So happy to be here to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, first and foremost. Yes, my name is Dr. Usher Raymond IV. You may know me as a musician, a performer, a businessman, but today, yes, today, I stand here with immense gratitude as a recipient for this mimosas. I'm thinking mimosas, sorry. Momentous moment and this historical piece of my career that's to be noted. This doctorate, this degree, here at Emory University, though I've come here many times with youth because of our program. When I was asked to be your 2025 commencement speaker, I was honestly honored, and I don't take it for granted. At the core, I'm a storyteller, an entertainer. I wanted this moment, of course, to be for me, but most importantly, a moment for you all. It didn't go over, okay. But I wanted this to be a recognition of your commitment to start, but most importantly, your dedication to finish. I'll tell you a little bit about me. My life and the principles that I live by are praise, appreciation, acknowledge, and honor. Praise, whoever is considered your higher power, for giving you the ability to dream. Appreciate your highest and your lowest moments because it builds character and it reveals your core. Acknowledge the shortcomings and the triumphs that you will endure, both shaping who you are and who you're becoming in time. Honor the people who believed in you and invest in your journey. Honor them, not by perfection, but by perseverance. What a profound honor to be standing here before you, not just as an artist and an entrepreneur, but as a doctor, but as someone more than that, who's just like you, that knows the power of dreaming big, working hard and finding a purpose. President Finvez and Chairman Bob Bader, thank you so much. And the esteemed members of Emory's Board of Trustees, I thank you for having me. Yes, I want to thank my mother for believing in me and us building a legacy. And that legacy not just being entertainment, but that legacy being something that's going to last when I'm far gone, and that is the investment in youth. Family for being here. My wife, Jennifer G. Raymond. My kids who are here, who got up super early this morning and are really mad at me. But it was worth it, because I'm a doctor. Big John Platt, whom is a friend and a partner of mine through all of my ups and downs and has been an avid supporter of me from the beginning of my career. My staff at New Look Charity, for your commitment, for your support, not only being here. Julia Kahn, as well as my chair, Cammie Rice, for your hard work and your dedication. I want to thank the faculty members that have accommodated this moment, as well as administration. But most importantly, I want to thank the graduating class of 2025. Your energy, is it right now? Okay, got it. I was tilted. There we go. Put it on me. No. The graduating class of 2025, for your energy, your grit, your passion, that's why you're here today. I'm not just accepting this honor for myself, I'm accepting it for every kid who's ever been told your dream was too big, your neighborhood was overlooked, or your voice was too quiet. For me, this moment is far more than a ceremonial moment filled with accolade and celebration for things that we all have done. It's personally deep for me. I'd like to share a quick story with you that I've never publicly shared, and I'm hoping that you'll find inspiration in it. Before I moved to Georgia, I was a kid from a community where dreams often fell just out of reach. And when I arrived in Atlanta, I was given a very rude awakening, a tough but necessary one, actually. I was academically so far behind that I was unable to keep up, and the staff at the school that I attended didn't have the resources to help me, so they assigned me to remedial classes, which at the time felt like a judgment on my ability. As a young black man, or kid at the time, I was discouraged. But frustration, it stemmed from that staff's not understanding or being able to facilitate the fuel that I needed for my passion. So I used it, and I decided to do something else that was outside of the understanding of what the system was. It was passion-based. And though I was misunderstood and passed on, that was the point of investment that I had to make in order to find my purpose. And because of that passion, I felt it would lead me in the right direction, and it has. The system doesn't always understand, and they don't always recognize or celebrate passion. However, before I could sing, before I could dance, or before I was a doctor, sometimes you may be passed on. Someone, for some reason, may not understand or feel the same as you do or share the same passion for your commitment. But if you can change your mindset, you can blaze a new trail within the system. The system didn't understand me, or rather, it didn't know what to do with a student like me. They couldn't help me prepare for the future I would have. That would require real-world experience, that would motivate me based off of passion and empower my spirit. Eventually, as a result of that, I became Usher, a global, international icon, a philanthropist, a businessman, an entrepreneur, and a doctor. In hindsight, it was a push. It was a push to discover not only what I was convinced and convicted to see through, but how I would grow and who I would grow. To go from that moment to standing here and being honored by one of the most prestigious institutions, Emory, is truly a full circle and proof that the journey is the destination. Now, our relationship, New Look and Emory, is well documented for over 15 years, and through New Look, we've helped build a pipeline that's created opportunities for students who, like me, were misunderstood. And I wanted to open the door for those young people who may not necessarily have had the best transcript, but what they carry with them is something more powerful. Potential, purpose, passion, and perseverance. You're graduating into a world very different from the one that I stepped into at that age. I know I don't look it, but I'm 46. I thought I would have got an applause for that. And over the past few decades, how fast things have changed. Some of those things are beautiful. Technology connecting all of us, and communication and communities rising, barriers being broken. But some of those changes are deeply troubling, especially when we look at the state of basic education in our country. Education should be a fundamental right. Yet, it's being politicized and minimized, and in some places erased. And that's why I've spent 25 years as a philanthropist through Usher's New Look. My foundation is rooted in uplifting youth and empowering them to shape their future. Because if I believe that impact begins, and I believe that if we refuse to accept the world as it is and start building what we want to see, we can successfully do it. A formal education and a musical industry are very similar in many ways. One way I can tell you is that a very close friend of mine actually went to this school, and he doesn't have a degree. His name is Scooter Braun, ladies and gentlemen. But he and I have talked about the importance of the both. The first one is both demonstrated by your conviction and your experience, and the other speaks of theory so that someone can study and learn and implement the practice in their life. You know, there's two sides to genius. One comes from a traditional education theory, strategy, structure, mastery of your trade. And the other tracks the progress. It is your spirit that allows you to be artistic, to use your imagination, your ability to dream something that doesn't exist yet. Theory helps lead others along to find the spirit, and the spirit is what leaves a mark. That's what happens when you turn knowledge into wisdom and how they work together. So I tell you, don't be afraid to wander into space that you don't understand. As long as you are bringing passion with you, be willing to stretch. Be a little unrealistic. Be a little delusional even in your pursuit of happiness and fulfillment. And at the same time, be patient. Be respectful of the process. Because life is filled with challenges, and they would either make you or break you. But that's a choice, and that choice is yours. I know many of you at some point have questioned, what does a college degree really mean today in a world where credentials can feel overshadowed by clicks and followers and algorithms? Does a diploma still matter? Yes, of course it matters. But it's not the paper that gives the power, it's you. You create the value behind that degree. It is your ambition, it is your integrity, it is your hustle, it is your heart. That's how you lead, that's how you serve, that's how you choose to show up when no one else is watching. I'm gonna leave you with something that I hope guides you, because it's guided me on every stage I've ever stood on, in every boardroom that I've stood in, and every community that I've stood up for. Losers, let it happen. Winners, make it happen. Losers, see thunderstorms. Winners, see rainbows. Losers, see icy streets. Winners, put on ice skates. Losers, take chances. Winners, make choices. It's truly all in the way you choose to think and see things. Earl Nightingale said it best. You become what you think about most of the time. So think boldly, think generously, think with vision, think with fire, think with purpose, because this world doesn't need more followers. It needs fearless architects of our future, and that's exactly who you are. Be a dreamer, never stop imagining, be better, fight for a better life, fight for a better world. The goal is beyond our reach, but we can reach as long as we try. Because we do. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Now, go out there and let's make it happen. Thank you.
Dr. Raymond, thank you for that inspirational address to the class of 2025. And turning knowledge into wisdom is what we do. It is what you have shown the way for. And thank you finally for letting and helping every kid dream big and pursue that dream. Please give Usher another big round of applause.